The Alex Murdaugh trial. Last week and early this week, I got to watch every criminal defense attorney's worst nightmare, a defendant testifying at trial. And the reason why I say it's the worst nightmare is because in the United States, the Fifth Amendment applies, and if you've been charged with a crime, you cannot be forced to testify. It's powerful stuff. You have the right to remain silent, and that's amazing because in the US, you do not have to prove yourself innocent. The government has to prove you guilty. That's a huge difference. And it's a huge benefit to the criminally accused. It's probably one of the only benefits. A defendant testifying at their own criminal trial is pretty rare. And then to see a high-profile case where the defendant is testifying in their own defense, it's like seeing a leprechaun holding a pot of gold, or riding a unicorn, jumping over a rainbow. Think about it. O.J. Simpson didn't testify. R. Kelly didn't testify. Harvey Weinstein didn't testify. The list goes on. And it makes sense why it's so rare. A defendant taking the stand and testifying on their own behalf is a double-edged sword. A defendant gets up there and says, I didn't do it. Some juror is in the back during deliberations. He's going to be saying, of course, if I was guilty, I'd say I didn't do it. And if the defendant doesn't testify, there's going to be some juror in the back during deliberations saying, man, if I didn't do it, I'd be shouting to the world I didn't do it. No lawyer could stop me from testifying. There's no way to make the jury happy. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, and truly, sometimes I don't think it's worth it. That's just my opinion, practicing criminal law since 2006. Doing hundreds of trials, so take it for what it's worth. So why did Alex Murdaugh testify? Well, some people think that he had to. He was just caught in too many lies. He told the police he was not there at the kennels the night of the crime. He told everybody this before he knew there was a Snapchat video where almost every single person in the world testified that his voice was on that video, and that video was filmed immediately before the crime in question. So some say that he was forced to testify because if he didn't, it'd be a slam dunk guilty for the state. Here's the thing. He's doing a great job on the stand. He's up there and immediately says, I'm an addict. Of course I lied that night. I was paranoid. There's a psychological research that if you disclose negative facts about yourself, people are more likely to listen and believe you. This is like watching some legit trial lawyer Jedi stuff. And the second thing, he's doing an excellent job of handling the questions by the prosecutor. Alex Murdaugh is doing a great job answering these questions. Instead of answering yes or no, he's talking about things. He's not answering the question asked. He's giving the narrative he wants to give through the prosecutor. It's absolutely amazing watching this. Now, I don't think the prosecutor did a very good job cross-examining him. And part of that might be because the prosecutor wasn't expecting Alex Murdaugh to testify. That's how rare it is. But no matter how good Alex Murdaugh is at testifying, here's why it's still likely going to bite him in the butt. The fact is, this dude is an experienced liar. And not because he's a lawyer. He's been a partner at a law firm for 20 years, and he's been stealing the entire time. This dude is legitimately making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and he's still stealing millions on top of that. I mean, it's absolutely nuts. And he's stealing from people that he works with every single day. He's looking them in the face, talking about their weekend. How's Christmas? What's your plans? How's the barbecue? He's having lunch with the people he's stealing with for years. I believe in my heart that many people might commit crimes of dishonesty on a whim or given the right set of circumstances. A lot of people see a bag of money fall over from the Brink security truck. They're going to put a couple of $100s in their pocket. That's a crime, but I don't think they're bad people. But to put on a long con of thieving from people that you see every single day, that is some psychopathic stuff. And that's not even mentioning all the lawsuits he's filed for family and friends that he just did not give them the settlements. He kept it for themselves. He's literally a professional liar. And the jury knows this. Now, I won't lie. I've enjoyed watching Alex Murdaugh testify. It's great television, but I can't imagine a world where his testimony is the deciding factor of guilty or not guilty. And I still think it's almost always a terrible idea for the defendant to testify at their own trial.